So I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time for Joe Biden to tell Israel that if they don't stop indiscriminately bombing Gaza, that we're going to pull our support. I think he should. You know, the U.S. taxpayer basically built the entire Israeli military, and we did not do that for them to indiscriminately carpet bomb civilians. We didn't. And I fully understand that Israel was attacked, and when you are attacked, a response is warranted, but not this one. Our country and our nation should never stand on the side of the mass unaliving of civilians. We can't do that. That's not who we are. And if the Israeli soldiers are the badasses that we've always thought they were and that they claim to be, then they can go in and find the people they're looking for. Period. Israel has by far the most powerful military over there. They can handle their business if we decide to take our ball and go home. We don't have to be involved in every conflict around the world. And this is much bigger than, the apparent Biden-Trump election that we have coming next year. This is much bigger than that. This is about who we are as a country moving forward for decades. And recognizing that we as a country have done things similar that Israel is doing, we at least made attempts to not do that. We made attempts to minimize civilian casualties. Israel's not doing that. They're just blindly bombing everything. And Joe Biden needs to do the right thing. He needs to do the right thing. He needs to tell them they can either come up with a new strategy, figure something else out, or we're going to pull our support. Period. That's what he needs to do.
As an American, how do you feel about what's going on in Gaza right now?
I'm not an American.
You're not an American?
I'm a British person.
Okay. So how do you feel?
I feel even more ashamed because Britain was the first one to do it, and my father was a Palestinian policeman in 47, left in 48. He had terrible stories that he used to tell me about what was happening at that time. And when he came back home, he was court-martialed because he wouldn't go to Suez Canal. He said, "I'm not killing another Muslim brother." So it's been a very close thing to our family for a lot of years. And to come to America and then be at this point in history is just devastating, because, to be quite honest, the American people are so confused about their own history and education that it's a tragedy that they do not know what their own government is doing abroad and what will happen to them at home when they're finished with the people abroad. We're actively ranking and filing people now within the workspaces, medical, education, and especially the auto workers. If the auto workers come out on strike en masse and don't go back to work like Sean Fain and they want, that will be the galvanizing point, I feel, for all of us to down tools. I don't know how we can work, do our normal everyday things when we watch what we watch.
So what do you think America should do instead?
I think the American people, the working class people, should stand up against their government now and say enough is enough. He wants a three-front war. He's already in Ukraine and spent $1 trillion over there. He wants another $105 billion to do what to whom? And then when they're finished with that, they'll want us to work in their factories for armaments, weapons, and then they'll take all our working class people, our young, and they'll throw them in front of cannons. It must never happen. We must rise up.
Since people don't care about people, do you guys care about animals? Since people are worse than animals? Just saying. Since nobody can get Joe Biden to do nothing other than kill people, maybe get him to save a cat. Because people are worth less than a cat. Wow. Just saying.